Going straight into a blender alive.
Really?
Yeah.
You're asking some very good questions there.
Thank you.
It's not fair for them.
It's not fair, yeah.
Just get the axe out and chop into it. And that is not so good.
There's no victim with vegan yogurt.
You're phrasing it quite well.
Animals get their protein from eating plants, and you eat the animal and you get second-hand protein through the animal's body.
Do you think that we need to eat meat, eggs, dairy and fish to survive?
Personally, yes.
This is free range.
This is not free range.
It's free range.
To use all these words to actually soften the blow that actually it's not humane slaughter, it's direct murder.
We're showing all industries that exploit animals. So including meat, eggs, dairy, fish, leather, wool.
So they don't deal with animals in a good way, you mean?
This is the egg industry.
Ah, really?
These are the male chicks.
Okay.
Because they don't produce eggs, this is what happens to them.
It is not good, yeah, for the animals, I think.
Going straight into a blender alive.
Really?
Yeah. Can you see that blender? They're baby chicks going in there.
Yes.
Because people buy eggs.
Because of egg. So why you are now displaying this to the people?
Sorry?
Why you display this to the people to like?
Because like you didn't know that, most people don't know the victim of their choices. So I used to pay for meat, eggs, dairy, fish, leather, wool, but I didn't know this.
Because I thought they are dealing with the chicken in a proper way.
On the screens we're showing people industries that exploit animals. So for meat, eggs, dairy, fish.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And all the footage on there is all from free-range organic grass-fed farms. And it's all RSPCA and Red Tractor certified farming practices and slaughter practices. So we're asking people to just watch and then ask them their opinions. Like, for example, this is a process called knocking. It's standard in the industry for pigs, and it's just where they smash their heads on the floor.
Yeah, there must be another way of doing it.
What,
Surely.
what do you think would be a nice way to do it?
That's what they tell you because it's marketing. This is the truth. What we're showing you is free range, organic, grass-fed.
Yeah, because always when I go to the store, I buy the egg with the free range eggs.
That what you just saw was free range, going into the blend of the male chicks. And then at 18 months old, see free range there?
Yes.
At 18 months old, even the females will go to a slaughterhouse.
Really?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because their egg production slows down, so they're no longer profitable.
It's not fair for them.
It's not fair, yeah. How old do you think hens should naturally live for?
Maybe for a month.
Naturally, they should live about 8-9 years.
Okay.
But they kill them 18 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because their egg production slowed down, so the farmer can't profit from them anymore.
Injection.
Injection?
Yes.
Why do you think we should do it with an injection?
Because then they don't know anything about it, hopefully.
Even if they knew nothing about it, would it still make it moral or ethical to do so?
We eat so much animal food now. It's going to take a long time to wean us off it, literally.
Well, to wean us off it, like, yeah, I mean, people still breastfeeding from cows, still drinking cow's milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes. You go far enough east and they're still doing it, yeah.
So they kill it to bring another one to produce eggs more.
Yeah. How does it make you feel when you see this kind of footage?
Very bad, not fair.
Yeah, not fair.
Yeah.
Do you know why this happens?
Because maybe people want more eggs.
Yeah, people pay for it to happen. So do you know how this can stop?
Stop eating eggs and purchasing eggs, maybe.
Yeah. So we stop paying.
And also give the people more awareness about this one.
We've got to educate, and that's why we're doing this. So that was the egg industry, but it's also meat, dairy. Dairy is very similar to the egg industry.
Yeah.
So.
You mean that's milk and yogurt and all? That's
Yeah. Any dairy. You can have vegan yogurt. Okay. There's no victim with vegan yogurt. Or do you know what a vegan is?
Yes.
Yeah? What is a vegan?
So steps and things like that.
What about when you look at this from a personal perspective? Because I think the way that these industries will stop is by people taking personal accountability of their choices. So what about you and your choices? Are these industries that you would avoid, or would you like to continue to contribute towards them?
Yeah, that's a question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I don't eat much pork, but I do like beef. So
Well, yeah, I mean, all animals. So these are pigs in gas chambers. Do you know that over 90% of pigs are gassed in gas chambers?
That's mean just vegetarian things.
Not vegetarian, no. So vegan. Vegan is someone who is against animal abuse and exploitation.
Ah.
We don't use animals or wear animals or eat animals because we're against.
The problem why the people, because the people still searching for the something is cheap.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to find something is vegan in the stores.
Okay.
And if there is any vegan on the store, that means it's expensive.
Okay, I can debunk that because I've been vegan 2.5 years and it's really easy. Like
Really?
the cheapest foods in the supermarket are vegan, like your beans, legumes, lentils, potatoes, and things. You can get the alternative.
But it's not a harm for your body because you need protein. You
Yep.
have to have balance between the things.
Do you know where protein comes from?
Normally from the meat.
Before they have their throats slit. And when we say that we don't eat much, do you think that reducing is okay in the eyes of the victim?
yeah. You're asking some very good questions there.
Thank you.
Yes.
What's your answers? And by the way, I'm not judging. I'm talking to people because I was in your position too.
No. Well, I just think they, not being of farming stock or anything like that, farmers would probably think nothing of it. But I mean, you know, you go back far enough, and they just get the axe out and chop into, and that is not so good.
The animals get their protein from eating plants,
Okay.
and you eat the animal and you get second-hand protein through the animal's body. So we may as well not do this to animals and just go straight to the source.
To the animals,
Yeah.
to the plants.
Yeah, all our nutrients come from plants that we need, so we don't need to be eating animals. But that's like a how problem. We've got to look at it from the victim's perspective.
These are like a manufacturer, not dealing with the animals. Yeah.
They're sentient beings,
Sim.
right? Look, this is the pig industry. Do you know why they do that? Because pigs are in such confinement, they end up cannibalizing on each other. So they pull their teeth out and cut their tails off to try and stop that, to minimize the flesh damage. And then do you know, look, they just throw in the piglets. This is free range.
This not free range.
It's free range. I know where you're coming from too, because I used to think free range was like a
This
field.
open area.
Yeah.
Well, of
But
course.
this is all done presumably fairly quickly. That's the ideal thing. If you're going to do it quickly and not so much humanely.
Well, like you said, if you're going to do it, do you think we have to do it?
For the time being, a certain amount, yes.
Do you think-
that's not on either?
Do you think that we need to eat meat, eggs, dairy, and fish to survive?
Personally, yes, but I think we could vary our diets more.
Why do you think we have to eat that to survive?
Well, because I would be unhappy if I didn't.
Okay, so we don't need to eat it from a nutritional standpoint.
Probably.
It's just that you
yeah,
like the taste of
yeah.
their bodies.
Well, no. Well, yes, you put it like that.
Why do you think they kill pigs in the UK?
No idea. Because I am here for short period, and now always when I ask people which the best choice for things, they told me
Gas chamber.
Really? It's not fair.
They call this humane. What do you think?
It's not fair for the animals.
Yeah, not fair.
It's you're phrasing it quite well, and in their bodies. But no, a side of beef or go into a butcher's or something like that where it's done properly.
The thing is, we use this terminology like humane slaughter, a side of beef, pork. We use all these words to actually soften the blow that actually it's not humane slaughter, it's direct murder, and it's not a side of beef, it is a chopped up piece of flesh from an animal that didn't want to die.
Okay, thank you.
So now that you know this, what would stop you from not paying for it anymore and living a vegan lifestyle? Or would you live a vegan lifestyle?
Because in my idea it's vegan, not an easy way. Because in my idea, because it's difficult to find the protein and sources which is your body needed. So maybe it's difficult to be a vegan.
if I give you something that could help you with those health problems with protein and things, what would then stop you from paying for this?
You will stop at this actually because they will not find that people who buy these things.
If we look at it from their perspective, do you think it's easier for them in a slaughterhouse or easier for you to just go on Google and say, where do I get vegan protein from?
Google.
Google, yeah.
We use these terminologies to make us feel better, but actually if we call it what it is and we don't sugarcoat it, it makes you feel a bit different, right?
Yes, a lot of these animals are bred purely for consumption. Anyway, what are you going to do with all these animals once you've stopped killing them?
I'll answer both them questions. So you said that we breed them to do so it's okay. Would you agree that if I bred dogs for dog fighting, that's okay?
No.
So it's the same thing, right? And veganism won't be happening overnight.
Yeah, but
so
the dogs are going to hurt and possibly kill each other.
So what would stop you from just doing that?
To be a vegan.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would?
Yeah.
Don't just say it for me.
I will.
Say it because you're against.
I will think about it.
Just remember, every time you're thinking about it, animals are going to slaughter for you. And you don't have to do that. You have the power right now to stop paying for this because you know better now. Before this conversation, you may not have known the truth because it's not, no one shows you, and that's why we're doing
Now
this.
it's clear for me. Yeah. I will try.
But now, you do know. So just, if you were the victim, would you want someone to think about it or to just stop hurting you now?
Stop this one.
Yeah.
I think about also to be an virgin or stop these things to do it, to happen
Yeah.
to the animals also.
Yeah, just stop. We can stop instantly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, thank you so much for talking to me. I'll give you this card. If you take this, then go scan the QR code or go onto the website. It goes to Challenge 22. You get a mentor to help you to go vegan for free. So any questions you have or anything, check that
This
out.
one website.
Yeah, scan that. And there's also a speech on there called The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear. I recommend you watch that because you've had a snippet of what happens to animals, but there's a guy who will talk you through the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Thank
will
you so
try my
much.
best and search about it and will think about it also and distribute to the people who don't know.
So yeah,
I will distribute to people who don't know
you'll
about
tell
this
other
one.
people too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Okay.
because once we go vegan and stop paying for it, we need to speak up for the animals. So I love that you said that.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
so
this.
much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.
Yes. But
And that will be a slow process in a ring, almost like gladiators. This isn't. This, however you look at it, and ugly it might seem, and it needs to be changed, the way they do it. But I would say that it's got to be done for the time being, and slowly.
I'll explain why
acquaint
my
people.
analogy is directly the same as the meat, egg, dairy and fish industry. So people eat meat, eggs, dairy and fish for a sensory pleasure of taste. If I bred dogs into existence for dog fighting, people would then pay for the sensory visual pleasure of watching dogs fight.
I like that.
Either of them are
Yes.
unnecessary.
I
So
disagree
this is
with
why
that,
they're the same.
But thank you anyway. I need to go now. Many thanks.
Well, looks like we met that corner that he got backed into where all of a sudden logic he couldn't evade, didn't like it, couldn't justify it, so the fight and flight run kicks in. But hopefully it's given him enough to think about.